I'd like to extend a special welcome to everyone joining us today for the 2020 virtual commencement celebration. This is indeed a special day as we celebrate the class of 2020, all that you've accomplished, all that you are, and all that you will become. This was certainly not the end to the school year that any of us anticipated, but it is undoubtedly one we'll never forget. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank the class of 2020 for the way that you've responded this spring. A couple weeks back, we gathered stories of empathy across District 200. I saw countless examples of members of the class of 2020 coming together to support each other and support our community in a time of need. I followed stories on social media highlighting incredible care for others. It's often said that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond. Watching your responses gives me great confidence in your future and in the future of our community. I would also like to say a special thank you to the community that surrounds our graduating class. Our students have been challenged and supported by incredible parents and guardians, talented educators, and friends that have walked by their side through their school journey. Your support has been incredible. And to the class of 2020, enjoy this moment as we celebrate your graduation. As superintendent, I'm proud of each of you and wish you the very best as you move forward from this day.
These halls might be empty.
These rooms are dark.
But our pride for the future remains strong.
The end of our senior year was nothing like we imagined.
There were no senior class events, last dance, last game, final goodbye, or formal graduation.
But what we did get was 4 years of building friendships and lifelong memories.
In an environment full of the most supportive staff and leaders.
So, while our celebrations may be different than the graduating classes of the past,
we must remain strong and remember that it's not the events in our lives that define us,
but instead, the way we respond.
We are Falcons, we are proud, we are North.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, family, faculty, and my fellow classmates of the class of 2020, on behalf of the senior class, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the virtual commencement of Wheaton North High School. Before I begin, I would like to start off by thanking our wonderful staff who have expressed nothing but love and dedication to my classmates and I during these unprecedented times. Since March 13th, when our school year took a different turn, we have received nothing but support from our staff. They made our transition out of the classroom seamless and consistently reassured us that we were in this together. And for that, we cannot thank you enough. In the fall of 2016, when we stepped on campus as freshmen, we laughed when people told us the typical saying, "It flies by." And I'm here to reassure you that everyone was right. But it seems as if ours flew by in a different way. In fact, it came to a screeching halt. On the Friday before we were let out, we all sat at lunch complaining how other schools were canceled, just wishing that was us. If we knew on Friday that would be our last time sitting in the Commons for lunch, or pulling into the senior lot at 7:19 and changing into our gym uniforms for one last time, we would have never wished it upon us to be canceled like the rest. This meant putting our senior year on hold and letting go of typical traditions, and traditions at North are like none other. Our staff goes above and beyond to make sure each and every student is honored and that at the end of our 4 years, we are celebrated. And although honoring traditions is something each graduating class carries forward from high school, the time that we are facing right now is even more important. The truth is, the pandemic we are living through is causing hardships and distress that no one could imagine. However, while we may be grieving the profound loss of our senior year, the one thing that this virus cannot take away are the countless friendships, memories, and bonds with classmates, staff members, and administrators. We as a community play a large role in helping our world heal by staying home and taking precautionary measures, and that is a big deal. Collectively, we have faced this challenging time together, and although a small period of time was taken from our class, the past memories are what we hold on to. As we go forward, we will be looked upon as the class who face distinctive challenges upon our transition into the adult world. We will be the new wave of thinkers that approaches challenges with resilience and character. If there is anyone who can persevere through challenges, it is this senior class. We have the power to make the most out of this unfortunate situation, and I encourage you all to keep being the resilient and innovative young adults you are. Your bold thoughts and actions to this will make history. There must be a reason why we are graduating in such a numerically balanced year. Class of 2020, we are a proficient generation.
I was born in an quaint and quiet town at sunrise on a summer day. And I learned right away that folks around here always say, you can curse, cast spells or cry, offer your prayers to the unfeeling sky. The spring will arrive when winter is done, and if it's not tomorrow, then tomorrow or tomorrow there will be sun. Tomorrow spring will come, and then there will be blue skies, my friend, bright eyes and laughter. Tomorrow there will be sun, but if not tomorrow, perhaps the day after. Oh, if I could, I'd send these clouds away, my love. I'd wave my hand, reveal the stars. Oh, if I could, I'd hold the tide of May, my love. But clouds will come and tides will turn. I have to hope tomorrow spring will come, and there will be blue skies, my friend, bright eyes and laughter. Perhaps the day after.
As in years past, it is the tradition of the senior class to select 2 student speakers and 1 faculty member to address their class. This year, it is my honor to introduce students Melanie Jones, Jared Slusher, and faculty member Cindy Ruggiero.
Family, friends, and students, it is a great honor for me to be standing here in front of you on behalf of the class of 2020 to express the happiness that we feel in our hearts today. It kind of feels like deja vu to be standing here today addressing the class of 2020 as we prepare to go on to the next chapter of our lives, knowing that half of you remember me telling corny Disney jokes and encouraging words while saying goodbye to middle school. but it isn't deja vu. Not exactly. I'm still corny and I still like Disney, but I like to think I at least have a better vocabulary now. Before I address the class of 2020, I'd like to say I'm thankful for all the help and guidance over the past 4 years, and on behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to thank everybody that was with us on this incredible journey. I've learned throughout the years to appreciate others. Of course, we complete our homework by ourselves, answer our tests individually, and are accountable for our actions. We cannot deny how important the people around us are. Our parents, friends, teachers, administrators, bus drivers, and nurses, all of them have played a vital role in helping us be where we are now, watching us grow from timid freshmen into leaders. They say people only remember the first and forget the rest. The first days at Wheaton North will never be forgotten, but I believe that every day over the past 4 years have been a journey, and we will take many memories with us. As we look back and reminisce about the days of the Falcon, we will remember walking through the halls and rushing to class, the friendships made and the memories learned. We'll remember the days as a freshman struggling with 2 tons of backpack weight and learning how to navigate our way through the halls in under 5 minutes, just to be stuck behind a sea of the slowest walking group of 17-year-olds you will ever meet. We will think back to junior year and remember rushing to prepare for SATs. We will always remember and treasure the time we had our senior year and the feeling knowing that each moment would be one of our last at Wheaton North. But 4 years and a couple acne scars later, we've reached the end. I could have imagined this moment 1,000,003,000 times, and it still wouldn't have come close to what it's like right now. I haven't decided if that's a good thing or not, because even though I don't have 5,000 pairs of eyes staring at me, there's nothing I wouldn't give to see all of the class of 2020's faces as we celebrate the end of an era. As a class of 2020, we truly are a class with a clear vision. A vision to persevere and grow with the environment and resources we were given. We were born at the beginning of a millennium as children of the tragedy of 9/11, with childhoods that knew the struggle of a recession, and now as graduates of a pandemic. We saw technology develop before our eyes, seeing chalkboards turn into smartboards, flip phones flip into iPhones, all while going through puberty. Our stories are immortalized in history because they are intertwined with the milestones that affect the future of our world. Our memories, on a never-ending reel with centuries of information, is the backdrop. Class of 2020's vision has given us the ability to see potential in what others have ignored. We are passionate about what we believe and what we care about because we have the gift of a vision. The hardest part about leaving high school is keeping that gift. How do we continue to be bright, optimistic visionaries when knowing that come tomorrow, next week, next year, nothing that we know right now will be the same? As visionaries, we just keep going because we enjoy the uncertainty of tomorrow, the potential that tomorrow holds. Mr. Portal may want to back me up on this, but there is not enough statistical evidence to support that you will be, see, do the same as you were yesterday. High school has taught me to enjoy that you can be brand new tomorrow. As visionaries, we have to be open to what the future could be, open to new ideas, new people, new solutions. As much as I could talk about the beauty of tomorrow, I'd like to acknowledge today, because today only lasts for so long. Today is for every test, every football game, every lunch period that you had as the Falcon. Today is a celebration for all your uncertain tomorrows, your complete yesterdays, and your visions of what today's could be.
You will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Dr. Seuss. Fellow classmates, welcome. I know this is not how anyone dreamed of their graduation, but I am thankful for anything that we can get. Families and relatives watching this now, my name is Jared Slusher, and I am truly honored to be one of the class of 2020's graduation speakers this year. Thank you, classmates, for entrusting me with this, and thank you for giving Wheaton North an incredible senior class this school year. Our class has always been special with unique characteristics that have impacted the school as a whole. Involved, when we wake up early for club meetings or stay after school for practices. Resilient, when the fire alarm went off at homecoming, but we still came back in to finish it. Loving, when we filled the stands and the auditorium to show our support for our classmates. And positive, when we felt as if everything was taken away from us. COVID-19 has shaped the end of our year in an unprecedented way.
leaving many of us feeling confused at the least. March 13th, I remember walking out of the choir room and just hugging people as I walked by, because in the back of my mind, I truly did not know when the next time I would be able to see them was. I wish I just had one more walk down the crowded 100s hallway, or one more time walking in the science hall on a dissection day. It truly is the little things that matter. Most of us are sitting here wishing for one more day. One more walk from 3rd to 4th with your best friend. One more time sitting in math class even though you could never keep your eyes open. One more time sitting in the commons. One more time sitting in the stands. One more time taking the field with your teammates. One more time wearing your blue and gold on Fridays. And most importantly to all of us, one more day with our friends. Next year is going to be a year full of new experiences for all of us. Whether you're staying close to home or venturing off to another state, life will be different than it is now. Change is a good thing most of the time. I just think we wish it wouldn't have changed so fast for us. Looking back, I had never imagined I would be giving this speech behind a screen, but this is a testament to our perseverance. Class of 2020, I am beyond proud of what we have made out of these circumstances. We used our creativity to make the absolute most out of our precious time, making a senior Instagram page to honor all of our hard work and keep us connected, coming up with ways to safely see our friends through Zoom and FaceTime, even hosting our own virtual proms and getting all dressed up. I had never envisioned this as the end, but I am truly grateful. These are the moments that we have begun to take for granted, the moments that will soon fade into memories. My choir teacher, Miss Krause, shared with me the quote that started this speech. You will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. I know I am not the only one that took for granted getting to walk the hallways at Wheaton North every day because it would happen tomorrow, right? Well, not always. And this whole event has allowed me to realize how special each day of our lives truly is. We had the opportunity to sit in our beds and do absolutely nothing simply because we were hurt. We are hurt that our moments in Wheaton North were cut short, hurt that we cannot hug our friends right now when all we need is a hug, hurt that we could not see each other all dressed up on prom. But the negativity did not beat us, class of 2020. We beat it. However, we did not beat all of this alone. I think all of us can agree we have to tilt our hats off to the staff, the men and women who worked for us, inspired us, provided guidance for us, and most of all, loved us. Your countless emails, Google Hangouts, and TikTok Tuesday dances are things that we will never forget. We never could have made it here without you. Thank you for 4 years of dedication to the class of 2020. You all have touched and shaped our lives in such a special way and allowed us to grow into the incredible people we are now. You showed us how much you cared. To the staff who will be leaving the nest with us, thank you for everything you have put into this school. You all have not only showed our class, but the rest of the community what it truly means to be a Falcon, and your incredible legacy will always be here at Wheaton North. I would like to thank Mr. Biskin personally for everything he has done for us as a senior class. Your effort and time dedicated to making this process much smoother has not gone unnoticed. I also am aware that it is not only the work of Mr. Biskin, but everyone who is watching this video now. To the parents, relatives, and friends of the class of 2020, thank you all for helping us feel recognized during this time. It has meant the world. Class of 2020, continue to get involved, always stay positive, and remember to live in the moment. Thank you.
Seniors of the class of 2020, it is an absolute honor to have been chosen to be your graduation speaker. And parents, before I start, I'd like to thank you for raising such wonderful kids and sharing them with us. And to my dear faculty, my friends, I know that none of us got to give our students a proper goodbye. And so I hope you'll let my words be your words as we celebrate our Falcons. But seniors, I'm here by myself. And so I'm gonna take a minute to try to just envision you. Remember what it was like to be at good old Wheaton North on a regular school day. So I'm just gonna close my eyes for a minute and look for you. Oh, there you are, 7:19, right on time for class. Here you come, seniors. Good morning, what? Oh, headphones on, can't hear me? Yeah, okay, I should know that by now. Oh, Power Rangers backpacks, so cute, so senior. No wonder you never have any homework. Oh, sweetheart, your latte, your Starbucks, you're spilling it all the way down the hallway. Okay, let's see. You want to go fill your gallon jug of water. You're eating a full ham sandwich. You're not asking me not to start class till you finish a game on your phone. It's all coming back to me. You're right here with me. My seniors, good old Wheaton North. You know, I would have liked a couple days more just to see how creative you guys would have been with all this mayhem going on. I mean, I don't think it would have taken long for one of you to climb up onto that ledge in the Commons and slap a mask on the face of that total world domination Falcon, you know, the one that kind of follows you with his eyes all around the Commons. And I wouldn't put it past that courtyard crowd. You know who you are, you lunch bunch, you rain or sleet or snow seniors, also known as the Orange Peel Bandits. I would have liked to see you create full Falcon PPE on that statue. Oh, Falcons, our place, our spot, good old Wheaton North, our home. You know, you're home away from home. You started so many of your days here early, you spent your afternoons here, and so many of you spent a lot of your nights here. Our spot, just such a feel, special place, Wheaton North. You know, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my start at Wheaton North. It was the spring of 1987. I had an interview at Wheaton North. I'd already taught a couple years at other schools. And I came in, and I don't remember much about my interview, except that I walked around school with then Principal Harold Burston, who is still a friend of mine, and he was showing me around, and a passing period hit. And all the kids came out in the hall, and so did all the teachers. And I'll never forget, they were all talking to each other. The kids were laughing with the teachers were enjoying the kids were talking to the principal. And I remember going home and saying to my husband, I want to work at Wheaton North. I want to know what it's like to teach in a building that has that feel. And Falcons, for me, 33 years later, Wheaton North still has that feel. It's like no other. Your teachers know it, you know it. Anybody who walks into our building feels it. It's indescribable, really. We respect each other. We share with each other. We take care about each other. We listen to each other. We stand right there with you on your good days, and we stand even closer to you on your bad days. Sometimes, actually, we're a little too comfy with each other, like when you come walking into class and say, Mr. Gero, you were so funny today. I saw you on so-and-so's Snapchat. What? Or when something we say in class gets taken totally out of context and posted on Wheaton North teacher quotes that could get a teacher fired any day. Or when you very innocently take a picture of a teacher and make it into a meme. Actually, you know what? Some of those are so hysterical. Wheaton North, we actually like each other. That feel, there's nothing like it. You had good days where everything was right in the world. You come bopping into school. School's got this great thing going. You got fun stuff going on at night. We had so many of those days. And then we had the rough days where you didn't sleep at all the night before. You came into school dragging your way in. You had a paper due at midnight. You had homework yet to copy in the Commons, finish. You had a test in every class, and the only way you knew you could survive that day is if a miracle happened. And then it did. When some random science teacher would light some experiment on fire, and the alarm would go off, and we'd all spend a glorious hour out in the sun on the football field. Our Wheaton North. Our Wheaton North. You know, you had so many good teachers at Wheaton North. Teachers know that the most important thing we do all day is create relationships. We want to know what you're like. We want to know what makes you tick. We want to know what book you're reading, what song you're listening to on those headphones. We want to know what you do after school, what your interests are. We want to know where you work. And then we show up. We come to your events, your sports, your performances. We show up at your job. We make a point to go out of our way to find you and celebrate your life. Some of my favorite memories also happen in class when we're not even trying. when we're not even trying. The lesson is over, and some kid says, "Mr. Giro, check this out. If I rub this pencil up against a wall, it'll stick." And the next thing you know, the whole class is rubbing pencils up against a wall to see if they stick. Then I showed you how to do this and make a pencil stick in the ceiling. Or when we would take all your names and make them into anagrams to try to make a really awesome superfan t-shirt name. Or for when no apparent reason, we just busted into a full seated, bracketed, shut-the-box tournament. And I think the winner got a paper clip. Seniors, you're so unique, not because of these unprecedented times, but because you always did what we asked you to do. We would say, volunteer for this, show up to this event, help these younger kids out, paint a mural on a wall. We'd put the baton out there, you'd grab it and run with it. And you did it in all your classes. I mean, you always played the game. In science, they would say, sow a mole. You would do it. Pitch a product for incubator. Pull an all-nighter doing a budget project. Build a tower out of popsicle sticks that can survive a seismic event. Make a humiliating La Katrina video that will never come down off YouTube. Bake a world-class bûche de Noël. Run the pacer. While you're at it, just run a full presidential campaign for Gov. We asked you to do it, and you did it. And then we asked you to do 2 months of e-learning, and you said, That's our Wheaton North. Good old Wheaton North, our place. We shared some solemn moments together. I will always be proud to say that we turned to that flag every morning, put our hand over our heart, and pledged allegiance to the United States of America. And if you never listened to the words of that before, kids, you're living it right now. You sat there and listened intently as we told you about 9/11 and the changes of the life path of a lot of our students because of those events. And never were we so proud as when you sat listening to our veterans with absolute respect and honor. Quality kids, our Wheaton North. Falcons, I think you'll agree with me that the best days were always Fridays. You'd hear that drum line from the parking lot before you even got into the building. You'd come into school, you'd see that mass of blue and gold marching down the hallway, freshmen scrambling into doorways side to side. You just knew it was going to be a good day. And the culmination of that week was showing up after all your activities at a Friday night football game. You kids out there on the fields, coaches lined up there for you, you cheerleaders leading the charge, marching band dominating as usual, super fans wearing whatever controversial costume they picked out that week, tons of mini future Falcons just roaming all over the place. You used to be those kids. Sometimes I would just sit there in the stands and I would look out at all of you and I would see that flag in the end zone and our own blue and gold sunset, and I would just think, thank you, God. This is perfection. That's our Wheaton North. And you seniors, you represent what Wheaton North, why Wheaton North is so great. You've modeled that feel. You're tenacious, you're determined, you're competitive, but you were raised to be so humble. You're strong-willed and opinionated, there's no doubt about that, but you learn to listen and validate each other's opinions. You're idealistic, you want to change the world, and I don't think there's any doubt that you're going to. You are passionate in your beliefs, and you are willing to share them with others. You have an unbelievable gratitude. You know, you would thank us for coming to your events. You would thank us after class if we taught you something that you thought was kind of cool. You would thank us after every class. You know, that's an amazing quality. Don't ever lose that. But unlike any class that came before you, Falcons, because of what life just threw at you, you are really one of a kind. You have weathered this unique life event, as our dear Mr. Biskin likes to say, with grit and grace. You've displayed perhaps the most important quality in life, sacrifice. You've sacrificed a lot for others. We will never forget your selflessness during this time, and for that, Falcons, we'll always be grateful. And our future Falcons will sit in class and they'll listen to stories about you. So now, Falcons, as you walk off into your own blue and gold sunset, keep living those qualities. Walk tall. Be proud that you're a part of that Wheaton North family. Take that Falcon energy, that Falcon feel, and take it with you wherever you go. Thanks for sharing your talents with us. Thanks for always playing the game. And on behalf of the whole faculty, I speak for all of us when I say, we love you, we're proud of you, and may God bless each and every one of you, our seniors, class of 2020.
Class of 2020, I miss you already. So before you venture forth into an uncertain and ever-changing world, let me offer you some thoughts to ponder. There are many things that define us: the clothes we wear, the music we like, the foods we prefer, the friends we hang out with, the town we live in. The list could go on. Some of those things that define us we choose, and others are not of our choosing. You did not choose to have your senior year conclude by being part of a statewide school closure. You did not choose to have your prom canceled. You did not choose to have your spring season or any of the other numerous senior events that honor your individual and class accomplishments changed or altered in any way. Our retiring staff members, Mrs. Ruggiero, Mrs. Spies, Mrs. Van Getzen, Mrs. Wigalewski, Mr. Cadigan, and Mr. Hellberg, did not choose to end their careers without sharing a high five and a hug with you as you would have exited the College of DuPage Fieldhouse at the end of our graduation ceremony. Our entire staff did not choose to say goodbye to you through a screen. None of us chose to be part of a global pandemic. When you stop and think about the situation that you, me, and everyone are currently part of, it can look bleak. Right now, as I look in front of me, the auditorium is empty. When I walk the halls of our school, they are silent. When I go into our classrooms, they are still. When I enter our music rooms, gyms, and fields of play throughout our campus, they are motionless. When I look in the mirror and think of the tragedy that my family and thousands of other families across the world have endured, I sometimes feel hopeless. However, when I stand quietly, look into my soul, and think about what really defines each and every one of you, I feel so hopeful. Because when I think about the class of 2020, here's what I see. I see people who care about each other. I see people who are kind. I see people who love being part of teams, clubs, orchestras, bands, choirs, plays, musicals, and classes, being part of the whole high school experience. I also see people who live through challenging home lives and show up every day ready to learn. I see people who not only go to school, but then go to work to help their families. I see people who make efforts to bring attention to important social justice issues and then execute steps to change them for the better. I see people who know they are part of a larger society and make personal sacrifices for the greater good. I see people who help others, not for adulation and praise, but because it's the right thing to do. I see people who don't let circumstances get in their way because they know their attitude and effort will define their success. I see people who have taken their own unique paths to this point and are now ready to do more. That's what I see when I think about the class of 2020. Why do I believe that? Because I've seen it. And through your maturation and hard work during these 4 years at Wheaton North, you have left an indelible mark on our school. You have made Wheaton North a better place for all students. Now, why am I hopeful? Because I know you will continue to make that type of impact on our world, and because you will not choose to let the current circumstances define you. Rather, they will set you apart and will strengthen the resilience within all of you. Class of 2020, there's much to be done. Let's go out and do it together. Mr. Paulson, I declare that in accordance with the requirements set forth by the State of Illinois and the Board of Education of Community Unit School District 200, the members of the class of 2020 have completed and met all of those requirements and are eligible to receive their high school diplomas.
Thank you, Mr. Biskin. On behalf of the Board of Education, we accept that these students have met the graduation requirements set forth by the State of Illinois and Community Unit School District 200 and are ready to receive their diploma. To our Wheaton North High School class of 2020, the thing we always say as school board members is that today, graduation day, is the best thing about serving our community on the Board of Education. It is one of our most rewarding experiences, and we miss it. However, we understand that having the experience of a live graduation means so much more to you graduates. It is a culmination of a series of major life experiences that we know you cherish and will remember. We know that the experience you are having today is not what you dreamed of. We understand it is painful, and for that, we are so very sorry. However, please know that this is just another moment in time, and that life is filled with all kinds of moments in time. We hope that as you think about your final days as a District 200 student, you will remember all those great moments. And we hope that you think about how and with whom all those other moments have been threaded together. We hope that you remember your teachers. Please know that they have made a life's commitment to play a big and perhaps small role in getting you here today. We hope that you think about your community, all your neighbors, your family, friends, and local businesses, all those people that make up your hometown that have contributed significantly to financially support you and our school district. We hope that you remember your experiences, all the successes and failures, the wins and losses, the joy and the tears are all essential parts of your life experience. They are all important. And most importantly, we hope that you cherish your friendships. All those friends and classmates, not only your fellow graduates here today, but also those past friendships as far back as your kindergarten classroom that have helped you make all those special moments in time. It is a long thread that links all those moments together, and they have all been essential. Finally, our school district receives many accolades and recognitions as being one of the best school districts in the state. And we have so many people to thank: the teachers, the support staff, the coaches, counselors, administrators, and of course, your parents. It is a long list. But most importantly, to our graduates, the Board of Education would like to say thank you for helping make our school district great. Send you our congratulations for a job well done, and wish you good luck on your journey and all those future moments in time. Thank you.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
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 Jacqueline Grace O'Callahan. Jared Thomas Slusher. Margaret Jacqueline Bagalski. Paul George Chakopoulos. Colin Michael Barnes. Sophia Catherine Block. Rachel Elizabeth Brady. Emma Yaun Jung Cho. William Stewart Clark. Rachel Hawang. Loop Johnston. Sophie Rose Klopfenstein. Sama Talib Creedy. James Thomas Longhurst. Anna Catherine McGraw. Alexander James Park. Haley Margaret Paskvan. Heidi Elizabeth Redman. Walker Andrew Rickard. Garrett Emmanuel Robinson. Alicia May Shanahan. Michaela Ann Smith. Malika Sobizada. Hannah Gail Sotelo. Amanda Lynn Taggart. Lucas Scott Urchel. Madison Marie Van Meter. Catherine Elizabeth Vecchio. Lucy Faith Weglars. Jaden Jariah Wilhelm. Anna Elizabeth Williams. Nellie Abalo. Zion Cross Dijahan Abbas. David Matthew Abels Lyons. Jonathan Richard Abels Lyons. Elise Abigail Oxiger. Braden Michael Aguiar. Mariam Ayman Ahmed. Mohammed Abdulrahman Ahmed. Vanessa Patina Aul. Louise Angel Aul Sochiteca. Zahra Lair Teher Albayeti. Roshni Ali. Gabriel Alvarez. Mackenzie Brooke Anthony. Gregory Dean Antonick Jr. Austin Jackson Arakawa. Jorge Flores Arceo III. Corgan Ronald Archuleta. Julio Eduardo Armenta. Odalis Armenta. Xavier Arroyo. Kayla Elizabeth Asnaz. Hope Ariel Aviles. Jesse Dalton Bailey. Taylor Brady Bambule. Andrea Teresa Barrera. Anthony Nathaniel Bartashevitz. Leah Michelle Beatty. Allison Mackenzie Beck. Hannah Margaret Beck. Abigail Hope Becker. Amy Margaret Beadle. Brianna Rosalind Bemister. Anaya Grace Burdick. Aaliyah Joy Boddick. Luke Samuel Berg. Anisha Bareli. Aruna Biswa. Jack Douglas Breedy. Michael Otis Brennan. Hallie Autumn Brown. Holly Christine Brown. Michaela Louise Brown. Kayla Celeste Bryant. Elise Ann Buhait. Marissa Therese Bueller. Faith Ann Patricia Burgess. Grace Ellen Burke. Coyne Donald Burns. Colin Keith Burton. Axel Caballero Garcia. Kaylani Cabrales, Lauren Elizabeth Campbell, Annika Grace Carlson, Samuel Mahari Carlson, Savannah Marie Carlson, Charlotte Kathleen Carico, Emily Ann Casada, Jorge Miguel Castaneda, Pedro Castanon, Marissa Castrejon, Zach Alexander Castrejon, Isla Tori Hopper Katuji, Hayden Elizabeth Cecil, Preston Douglas Childers, Matthew Alexander Choate, Alexis Lee Chinecki, Audrey Elizabeth Sismanic, Jordan Matthew Colton,
Brooke Marisu Conley,
Braden Edward Cook, Thomas James Cooper, Joshua Ryan Craig, Elizabeth Mary Creer, Colton James Crochet, Aaron Joseph Quinton Crow, Louise Kuteco, Do Toom, Kennedy Lynn Cunningham, Shay Nicole Cunningham, Erica Lynn Curcio, Taylor Lorraine Zagka, Zachary Patrick Dacey, Manal Abdallah Daffelseed, Sophie Elizabeth Daigle, Logan Mackenzie Darkia, Chloe Grace Davis, David Allen Davis, Kaya Lynn Davis, LaKayla Jarshay Dawson, Mark D. Leon, Ellie Elizabeth DeBach, Kaylee Renee Diedick Winter, Kendra Del Rio, Jeanette Margaret DeMoss, Emily Isabel Diaz, Eleanor Frances D. Leonardi, Jillian Elise Grace Donaldson, Franchelle Christian Dorsenville, Matthew Ryan Douglas, Daniel Joseph Dravitt, Wyatt Jackson Ducar, Robin Megan Dulzer, Pandeli DiVerani, Rachel Blue Dizarnowski, Patrick Ryan Eden, Diamond Chanel Edwards, Connor Stanton Egan, Elizabeth Grace Eisenmanger, Hanley Grace Elftman, Catherine Marie Ellingson, Nico Enstrom, Alondra Escobar, Jessica Escobedo, Stephanie Espino, Ashley Lynn Estes, Sydney Rose Everett, Anne Isabel Feldstein, Elena Grace Fender, Andrea Guadalupe Ferreira, Zoe Renee Fetzer, Miral Fadai, Daniel Stephen Fiewiger, Erin Elizabeth Flanagan, Sarah Maeve Elizabeth Fogarty, Gustin Robert Foster, Monica Jean Frank, Martin Wolfgang Franz, Megan Barbara Garrison, Gabriela Lynn Garcia, Victoria Aphrodite Garcia, Michelle Garcia Adan, Caroline Margaret Garner, Constantine Alexander Gastakos, Matthew Thomas Gemko, Samuel Joshua Gary, Suman Gasing, William Peter Gibbons, Roshanik Galani Yayavi, Paul James Wallstatt Gillespie, Caroline Ray Gillis, Natalie Claire Gillis, Nathan David Gillis, Timothy Vitali Glavnik, Alexander Goga, Samson Yosef Goydam, Alexandra Gonzalez, Britannia Gonzalez, Joshua Dalton Gorup, Andrew John Gorzak, Tyler Joseph Gonor, Mia Claire Grant Funk, Casey Alexander Gray, Joy Lynn Green, Ashley Ryan Griggs, Aiden James Gruenwald, Isabella Darlene Gabenko, Thomas Ernest Gabenko, Jeremy James Gunlack, Johnny Go, Benjamin Keating Haas, Erica Elliott Hagan, Lauren Elizabeth Hager, Ryan Laughlin Haggis, Christian John Halstead, Sharo Nabaz Hama Rashid, Kellen Nicole Hannes, Parker Lawrence Haney, Isabel Ann Hanna, Alyssa Jane Harrington, Christina Marisol Hartel, Hannah Elizabeth Haworth, Stephen James Heidenreich, Alexander John Hines, Brianna Yolanda Henderson, Brian Daniel Hernandez, Ivan Hernandez Jr., Saul Jar Hernandez Raboyo, Ainsley Dawn Heestand, Alec Christopher Hobbs, Jordan Elizabeth Hoffenkamp, Anne Catherine Holmberg, Kalila Rael Holmes, Garrett William Horner, Alexandra Ramon Hosney, Cade Patrick Houlihan, Oliver Charles Sue, Tyrone Jordan Hunt, Cece Iang, Van Par Iang, Badur Abdallah Abraham, Alexis Patricia Ippolito, Nicholas Joshua Jackson, Matthew David Janiak, Olivia Jane Jeanette, Jorge Alfredo Jimenez, Kevin Johet Jimenez Garcia, Andrew Joseph Jin, Edward Robert Johnson, Ella Suzanne Johnson, Jaden Rose Johnson, Evan Nicholas Jones, McCrae Stephen Jones, Melanie Cardell Jones, Maya Nicole Kempf, Madison Rose Kafer, Daniel Christoph Kaminsky, Ella June Kanagieser, Benjamin Adam Canwisher, Michael Jonathan Capel, Ryan John Carker, Ashley Amanda Keller, Abigail Nicole Kearns, Tenny Rama Koom, Mary Elizabeth Kim, Swan Kim, Hannah Jane King, Elijah Philip Klachenko, Sarah Madeline Koenig, Kylie Ann Koprowski, Iman Salah Curry, Eamon Salah Curry, Yasmin Salah Curry, Julia Maria Koval, Anna Claire Cowart, Daniel Ryan Kransberger, Stephen Tyler Cronenthal, Cassidy Paige Crutchen, Carter Charles Lebrow, Haley Ann Labarge, Jamie Lauren LeBeau, Nina Nagok Thu Lam, Jonathan Charles Laminack, Merrick Mitchell Lang, Shannon Kelly Lang, Tyler Benjamin Larson, Jacob John Lawler, Eliana Wenyang Lazari, John Cameron Lefwich, Nicholas Lester Lemp, Evan Michael Lendy, Jonah Ryan Lensick, Liam Shelton Lindsay, Nicholas Riley Lingong, Katria Anaya Lira, Abigail Maria Logan, Jonathan Michael Logan, Peyton Jacob Lomenick, Nathan Alexander Laundress, Catherine Jean Leon Long, Grace Adeline Lopatka, Roberto Lopez, Anthony Vito Locurcio, Zachary William Lorenzen, Rosemary Grace Lewis, Nathan Kyle Love, Annie Gabriel Lucas, Jacob Thomas Lynch.
Lauren Elise MacDonald, Catherine May Mattiel, Luke Ryan Meisty, Mark John Malik, Joseph Edward Mamalat, Sudeep Mungar, Jason Martinez Martinez, Rocio Martinez Martinez, Sofia Delma Mastros, Grace Alexis Matthews, Hyung Sin Moy, Morgan Elizabeth McCammon, Emma Joy McCarthy, Shannon Eileen McLean, Grant Davis McRainer, Connor Richard McNear, Isaiah Joshua Medina, Nathan Edward Meek, Lee May, Ho May. Gael Sarah Mayhew. Joshua Peter Rosenberg Meisner. Jacqueline Melendez. Emmanuel Mendoza. Aiden Evison Merck. Nall Me. Oliver Michael Mikulak. Peyton Elizabeth Miller. Ray Min. Maxwell Mitchell. William Russell Mixter. Amber Salim Muhammad. Lael Mondragon. Honor Lynn Moore. Thomas Stratton Moore. Elaine Maria Morgan. Sylvia Emma Morna Freitas. Haley Bernice Moses. Alexander Lee Mueller. Claire Mary Mueller. Benjamin Robert Mullinger. Andrew Martin Newmoff. Juan Sebastian Navarro Rojas. Irina Yakivna Nazaruk. Andrew Wayne Nelson. Evelyn Claire Nelson. Matthew Peter Nelson. Andrew Gerald Newman. Samuel Ray Newman. Vivian Elizabeth Newhouse. Alacia Naziri. Jacqueline Yu Win. Trum Nak Phuong Win. Tyreen Maxwell Nakoma. Macades Berhanu Nur. Megan Sue Oakley. Daniel Timothy O'Brien. Catherine Rose O'Connor. Emily Lynn Odell. Aaron Billy Oduber. Christian David Oliveras Chapiton. Anne Marie O'Neill. Giacomo James O'Neill. Alex Joseph Owens. Theodore Anthony Pacini. China Ayana Palmer. Avery Papievis. Dal Chin Par. Joseph Ficadu Parker. Thomas Peter Palafis Jr. Isabella Grace Pellegrino. Jessica Marie Pesavento. Elizabeth May Peterson. Fletcher Charles Peterson. Nina Carmela Petrarca. Julia Sophia Petty. Amanda T. Fahn. Anthony Fahn. Adriana Nina Paropoulos. Michael Javon Deshone Pigram. Jocelyn Pinzon. Oni Plosinski. Anthony Edward Podnar. Raluca Mihaela Popa. Kristen Sylvia Povinelli. Nitu Pradhan. Ritu Pradhan. Olivia Catherine Susan Provost. Jasmine Aida Quinones Chavez. Anjana Rai. Anya Ranjan. Joel Joy Rasky. Austin Joseph Reach Manini. Mia Catherine Reese. U Ray. Elizabeth Catherine Wrench. Nicholas Andrew Richardson. Louise Marie Reese. Emma Ann Riley. Abigail Taylor Ritt. Carson Anthony Lee Roberts. Josephine Alicia Rocha. Michael Thomas Rocha. Jack Peter Rochford. Andrew Michael Rogers. Andrew Jordan Rogers. Michael Ward Rogers. Leslie Sheree Romo. Blanca Paloma Rosales. Sarah Ann Roseman. Anastasia Rebecca Rosignol. Ainsley Jane Rothery. Teresa Jane Rumoro. Abby Therese Rutgins. Eilish Faith Ryan. Nathan Armand Salahi. Benjamin Paul Saline. Joanna Marlene Samaniego Canedo. Moises Sanchez Rodriguez. Michael Antonin Sanguinetti. Sawyer Eli Schaefer. Benjamin Otto Shear. Jacob Andrew Schmidt. Ethan Christopher Shorley. Theodore Jose Halverson Schreck. Dylan Isaac Schultz. Joshua Daniel Schultz. Angelina Maria Shortino. Ethan Patrick Scott. Abigail Joe Scurio. Keegan Lawrence Serbic. Keisha Rose Ariana Schoberg. Kai Xavier Shores Nevada. Matthew William Sidarius. Nathaniel Evan Silverman. Hallie Abigail Simpson. Jacob David Simpson. Paige Louise Singla. Benjamin Robert Sin. Pratham Sinzali. Benjamin Donald Sipowicz. David Emmanuel Smith. Caleb Michael Sorensen. Wade Patrick Stafford. Nolan Charles Stoller. Ren James Morose Stahulik. Jack Daniel Stankowski. Travis Michael Stapinski. Isabel Starin. Jacqueline Grace Stetzer. Michelle Stephanie Sorio Sanchez. Allison Jean Swanson. Jameson Raleigh Swinney. Brian Matthew Sylvester. Katie Maureen Tagey. John Edward Tansey. Ellie Shaw Toscata. Andrew James Tate. Jamie Nalaya Juliana Tatum. Boy Min Tong. Nun Lian Teng Chan Tong. Grayson Kent Theron. Destiny Alexis Thomas. Demetria Ray Thompson. Trenton Michael Thompson. Choi Ka T. Trent Ruggiero Tiberi. Diana Takach. Cameron Ann Tomlinson. Aaron Gerard Torres. Anthony Tin Ung Veit Tran. Zachary Bin Veit Tran. Peter Marco Trisick. Benicio Joseph Trusiak. Jacob Alexander Tully. Emily Marie Turrison. Brian Valencia. Annika Hope Van Dyke. Julie Van Roe Parr. Janae Taylor Van Wyk. Philip Albert Vandershoot. Jackson David Vincent. Cameron Christopher Vine. Reese Jeffrey Vizensky. Ellery Hope Evangeline Volker. William Timothy Wallace. Liam Damian Walsh. Julia Marie Wank. William Ralph Wanzenberg. Madeline Rose Wanzung. Luca Salvatore Warren. Bailey Marie Wazak. Anaya J. Watson. Zachary Anthony Younglove Webb. William Russell Whitson. Dewan Marquise Williams. Joanna Olivia Lachelle Williams. Emmanuel Adore Wilson. Sandar Wynn. Riley Ann Winkler. Timothy William Wiper. Stephanie Patricia Wolf. Tyler Jacob Woltman. Jada Jakari Wynn. Mauricio Sochiteka. Shane Kakeru Yamazaki. John David Yanda. Matthew David Yanez. Peyton Mackenzie Yates. Charles Isaac Young. Choi Ka Young. Elise Danae Youngstead. Leah Lorraine Zander. Helio Eduardo Zuniga Avila. Grace Lauren Zeich.
Class of 2020, thank you for making Wheaton North a better place for all students. We are Falcons. We are proud. We are North. Mr. Krause, strike up the band.
We were just kids, with our hopes, with our dreams, with our faults. We were just boys, runaway love in a ghost town of hearts. Welcome to my story, to the story of my life. I won't leave you behind, I won't leave you in the dark. So take me, won't you take me back to the start? The train tracks and sparks, to the train tracks and sparks. With our hopes, with our dreams, with our faults, we were just boys, runaway love in a ghost town of hearts. Welcome to my story, to the story of my life. I won't leave you behind, I won't leave you in the dark. So take me, won't you take me back to the start? The train tracks and sparks, to the train tracks and sparks. And while we lie here, we learn to persevere. We learn to persevere.